We Muslims have been told about this man who is called Dajjal, Ad-Dajjal, by our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam more than any other religion in the entire world. You know, every prophet that came to this world, Prophet Isa alayhi salam, Prophet Musa alayhi salam, Ibrahim alayhi salam, they all spoke something about the Dajjal. But our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, who was the last prophet, he spoke about a Dajjal more in detail than any other prophet that has ever spoken about him. Because he is the last messenger and there is no other messenger or prophet after him. And he spoke about him in so much detail because the time for him to arise and walk on earth and do what he is going to do is very close. It is very close. There is a word for it today in the 21st century, and it's called deception. Dajjal means deception. You know, when you watch stuff on Hollywood, any movie, that's what they do a lot of the times. If you have ever listened to music, and we all hear music when we go to the shops, wherever we go, music is playing. Let's not lie to ourselves, music is everywhere, isn't it? But in the music, there's also words and lyrics and things that the artists, the musicians do on stage that also is called deception. So what do? They show you things and sing things that sound nice, which makes it easier for you to believe because you get moved, right? You start moving to the beats, isn't that correct? And everybody else listens to it. And then you think, man, I'm gonna be left out. I better listen to this stuff, I better watch it. And you think it's cool, and it sounds nice, you know, because it's the shaitan's voice, so it sounds nice, it really moves you. And what happens in there is that they take the opportunity to make you believe things that you're not supposed to believe. For example, there was this musician and the likes of her and him a lot. She stood up on stage, and then what she did was she kissed another musician, another woman. She's a woman, and kissed another woman on her lips on stage. And that was only a few years back. And everybody goes, what? This is disgusting. This shouldn't be done. But what she said was, we musicians, we have a role to play. I'm sick and tired. This is what she said. I want you to listen carefully. I'm sick and tired of people following rules and order. And I want people to go out of these rules and orders and do what they want to do. So I'm going to promote this relationship of woman with woman. And as time went on, it became normal. I told you I'm a teacher. Students now, Muslims, she's wearing the hijab, the brother goes and prays, everything. But they have boyfriends and girlfriends. And they think, what's the big deal? It's normal. Do you know friends like that? Do you know what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to say that there are things long time ago were not normal. And in the minds of young people as you grow up, you start to believe that they're actually very, very normal. In Norway, there's an article that I read that there are people protesting. They're going to the government to say if they can marry their pets. Wallahi. And there are other people in Texas, in America and other places, they are saying to legalize something called pedophilia with children. And there are others who are saying we want to legalize incest. Brothers and sisters marrying each other. Did you know that things are going to happen before the Dajjal comes? Listen to this hadith of the Prophet ﷺ. 1,400 years ago, the Prophet, peace be upon him, said, the Dajjal from the time of Adam alayhi salam, till the end of time, entire world, he said, there is no bigger trial, fitna, than the trial of Dajjal. Dajjal is the biggest trial that's going to come to the people. At the moment, the Dajjal is tied up somewhere. He's tied up somewhere. He's not allowed to come out yet. Do you know why? The ulama said, do you know why he's tied up for now? Because a road, a path is being prepared for him to come so that he can be accepted immediately. All right, I'm going to tell you how he's going to be accepted and why. And it'll make sense, inshallah. The Dajjal is the one-eyed, the liar, the deceiver. For him to deceive the people so good and to be the biggest trial, the people would have already gotten used to deception already. I see Muslims themselves now today moving away from the real deen and making up their own beliefs. We see them all the time. Some of them, they say, you know, I think prayer is what you think prayer should be. They say, we only believe in what the Quran says, but we don't believe anything the Prophet, peace be upon him, said. They're called the Quraniyun. You know what they do? They bring you the verse about salat, and they say, well, the Quran doesn't say exactly how to pray, so we get to make up the way we want to pray. Do you understand? Because with the Quran, if you just follow just the verses, because the verses, they're just like headings, and the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ explains them. There is a time when even some people who dress like imams will make you believe in a different religion than Islam, and they will call it Islam. So it's deception. And the shaitan helps the Dajjal. The shaitan is going to deceive even some imams. He'll deceive you, he'll deceive me. Why? In preparation for the Dajjal. Let's get ready. When the Dajjal comes out, the world is ready for him. He said that he will come out from a place called Asbahan, or Asfahan today we call it, which is now today in Iran. Because another hadith, Prophet ﷺ said to us that the majority of the people of the world will follow him and believe him. And he said, among them are the Jews, number one. Number two, he said Al-Ajam. Al-Ajam means the foreigners, and usually it means the Romans. So most of the Christians will follow him. And subhanAllah, I'm just quoting the hadith, he said, and also a lot of women will follow him. Which is quite interesting to tell us, because in the social media today, social media world, isn't it a really fake world? So much filters, so many people who think that by getting so many likes that they're somehow important now. Excuse me for the expression, you can show yourself licking the tongue of a dog. The more stupid you do things, the more people give you likes and the more people copy you. And that's what's happening, right? Based on a few likes, and no one really cares. And that's Dajjal. That's all of it, right? This is all part of the Dajjal coming.